Of course, I'm thinking about a few things. One being, one being one time when I talked to this girl about the idea of sister wives and what they thought about it, and I can't remember. I think she was just saying that scientifically it just makes sense or whatever, since guys can get more than one woman pregnant at a time and this, that, and the third. But I can't remember if she even thought about entertaining it or whatever. And I wasn't entertaining it. I just was kind of curious because, of course, been seeing a lot, had seen a lot of that try to become the quote unquote norm. Um, but um, thinking about that too because I recently had a dream where this same person was in the dream and she was like, "I'm his girlfriend" or whatever, and I just assumed that, of course, it was if it have to be anybody, it would be the boys' so-called dad because that was the one that I truly cared about and all that or whatever. But I don't know. Um, I guess that's all I really got to say about that. Oh no, I guess the other thing is she was also um a female when I was younger. Like we I guess dated or messed with the same guy or whatever you want to call it. And when we were grown, and I remember myself, and I mean I'm just gonna be for real. Like first, it was my little boyfriend or whatever. I had knew her, of course, longer. I knew her from another middle school, but then me and her ended up going to the same middle school. At the other middle school, I don't remember hanging with her, but I do remember kind of her being around and stuff like that. But so I wouldn't consider her friend or anything, but I'm definitely an associate and definitely familiar because we went to the same, went to the same two different middle schools or whatever. And so it was my boyfriend or whatever first, and then he ended up wanting to get with her. I'm in a video. Stop busting in my room anyway. Like they like some annoying brothers, but they not my brothers. I mean, in a sense, but they're my sons. But anyways, she was up in the same. Like that just tried to throw me all off. Anyway, definitely didn't feel no loyalty towards her. I'm hoping and guessing she didn't feel none towards me. But I got with the dude or whatever. And then he ended up expressing to me that he wanted something from her or whatever. And I think I don't know if we broke up or something like that. And then they started going together. Then I guess I missed him and I was like, I want him back. And he kind of I guess wanted to come back and see what was up with me or whatever. But he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to break up with her. So I didn't mind telling her, being the one to tell her, girl, that's my man. He back over here. I'm gonna holler at you. Anyway, he definitely, I don't know how me and him broke up ultimately. I don't know if he cheated. I don't know what it was, but whatever the case was, um, I don't think he ended up back. Well, he didn't. I don't think he ended up back with her. But I think he wanted to go back again was something like he expressed again on the phone to me. I don't. It was some words that he had said, and I was just like, "Oh, well, you want her? Go on back then, bye." And so that was that or whatever. And then when we got older and we was communicating, she was like, I was like, oh, I was like, let me apologize for even doing that. Coming basically that I'm just coming to you like a woman type of ordeal or whatever. And she was like, girl, I need to be the one to apologize to you. And I don't really know what for or whatever, because it is what it is. But um, that's where that's basically where we had left it or whatever. Like, I'm apologizing to you because, honey, ain't neither one of us with him to this day. And, he just wanted what he wanted out of whoever. And he expressed to me exactly why he wanted to be with her and stuff like that. I felt the type of way, but at the same time, I've never been the type of female to hold nobody hostage. Be like, you want to be over there, and you still over here. Like when you can, he didn't even truly express it to me. I just was able to hear it. Um, but yeah, but anyways, cause he said it like I was on. He thought I clicked over. No, yeah, he thought I clicked over or something like that, and ended up not clicking over, and I heard him say it. So anyways, like I said, she did that. So she was in my dream and expressing that or whatever about being the girlfriend. And as far as like, let's just say that that was to happen in real life, I don't know exactly what I would do or how I would react, but I don't know. I definitely feel like it's off limits. Like, girl, not nobody I had my children with. Don't ever. And I had already made it clear before, don't nobody and nobody, but not never, now, never. But so I'm almost positive I would feel a type of way, like if I seen that in real life. But I'm at the point where it's like, honey, she's so damn familiar. We could definitely make this a family affair. But of course, in the dream, she was just saying she was his girlfriend. She didn't say she was his wife or anything. But I guess being a girlfriend, you can get close to somebody, you can find out details and stuff like that. But in that means you'll be able to find out certain details about me. And a lot of times, I feel like she was trying to find out. I mean, if I wasn't telling her anyway, she was trying to find out certain stuff about me, whether it's from other people or whatever. And that's the type of stuff I don't play and I don't like. We're not doing that. So, yeah. So with that said, um, I'm trying to see something. wait a, wait a minute. Well, I mean, the move I just made, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't what I was expecting to do. But anyway, so I said all that to say, and then I had a dream one time that this guy was saying, and he's a married guy. He was like, "You can, you can be my girlfriend," and of course, real life, I never slept with this man. I don't have a desire for him, nothing like that. But I don't know what that means or whatever. What that's supposed to indicate. Besides somebody that somebody may have affection for or whatever, and have these little feelings or whatever for it. And so, yeah, I don't know what it means if she's telling me, well, I'm his girlfriend or whatever. I don't know. It might come to me at a later date and time. But, and so then the other, oh, they just cheated. The other part was, oh, just was thinking about how the boy's so-called dad, he was telling me back in the day, I want to take you, he was like, I want to take you to this wedding with me. And this was earlier in the game. We had our son, but he was like, I want you to go to this wedding with me. He said it. He never took me, but he ended up there. And the girl who I was just mentioning, she had just came across pictures. And so I don't think she went to the wedding, but she came across pictures and stuff of him and saw him at the wedding or whatever. It definitely made me feel like, wait, what? I ain't even trying to compare myself to this situation regarding I'm just call her. I mean, somebody might get it or whatever. KT. When KT seen CB and I'm gonna just say RR um at a location, that's seeing somebody else out. She just seen just him. He wasn't in no picture with nobody, but that don't mean that he ain't take nobody. But it was just the fact that yeah, you told me you was gonna take me, especially to a wedding, something that I really wanted to go to. And honey, he didn't think twice. He got dressed, cleaned himself up, and he went on his own. Meanwhile, I'm sitting at home, you know what I'm saying? Of course, raising our son and my daughter at the time, and even probably sometimes taking care of his other daughter. And so, yeah, pissed me off, bothered me. It ain't deeply pissed me off. Let me just, but bothered me. And he ain't even mentioned nothing else about it or whatever. Didn't care that I seen the pictures floating around, whatever. But oh, and then I see how she mentioned, oh, he cleans up nice and this that. Okay, you looking a little too hard, honey. So I can't be mad. There's nobody that pay attention to details, but girl. But anyway, And even not it's not even that I'm still on him, of course, but I'm just thinking like, girl, what? But it was another time when he was like, I want to take you. It was a a certain restaurant. I'm gonna take you here or whatever. He was going out with his relatives or whatever, and he was like, I'm gonna take you here, and it was almost as if I've never been to places. Now I ain't been to just the specific places with him in certain specific places, but I've been places, honey, because I had my biological so-called dad and my previously called stepdad. I had them, they took me places, so I wasn't really pressed about that. I was more so pressed about spending time with him and making that, getting that family dynamic type thing up and running. But I don't know. I'm just thinking about it today. Could be because I seen his name because he had some pieces of mail or whatever. Not some, but a piece of mail that was supposed to come here. I'm gonna leave it right in that box. I usually would never mind that, but leave it right in there. Let them take it on back. Ship that right on back where it came from because that's not my mail. This person doesn't reside here, and I mean I don't even want to be reminded of him like that, but. Maybe that's why these thoughts are coming up or whatever. Um, but yeah, like, um, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm getting at as far as even talking about this stuff. I just know that that was just on my mind from when he said, he was gonna do something. He never, it didn't seem like he thought twice about it, you know? Um, so. Continues to bring me to a conclusion. I don't care if you, and I'm not being mean or derogatory, but I don't care if you deaf, dumb, or stupid, or whatever. You said you was gonna do something. You needed to, what I'm saying, make that effort, and and it was things that I was expecting, and he didn't. And so, I definitely can't rock with that or whatever. Don't appreciate that. Don't know why he even mentioned it, and then decided not to or whatever, but. Just crazy stuff like that or whatever. And again, I don't know what this whole thing is regarding the even the thought of sister wives or girlfriend or whatever coming up. Because I know if it's his girlfriend, that don't mean that she's a sister, basically a sister wife, I guess, because it got to be two wives. But um, mm, I guess that's really all I got to say about that. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. Guess I'm kind of speechless at this point. I don't have nothing to say about that. For real, for real. All I know is I just was like, I don't want to be a home wrecker. I don't want to be involved with no man that's trying to be involved with no other female. Now, I'm not even going to say I wanted to have relationship problems, but I wanted to have like what I thought was natural, normal relationship concerns, not foolishness and just craziness and just all the time foul. Um, but yeah, we had some stuff, more than just some relationship problems. um, I don't know. I just literally just became lost for words. Let me see. Hold on. Just literally had a loss of words. I'm also playing my Soda Crush game, so that's another thing. I've been in my room all day, and it is what it is. I ain't even really ate nothing. I didn't mess around. I ate my fruit, but I ate some chocolate, and I ate some Fritos. I wanted some cookout, but And I think that's how I came to this because wanted some cookout, and it was times when I would ask, like he would always ask me go get us some McDonald's. He would tell me to go drive his car and go get some McDonald's at night, and that was my chance to get out the house and to drive a little bit or whatever. But I don't even have nobody here to say, hey babe, can you go get me some cookout or can we ride the cookout? At this point, I'm like, let me ride, let me ride the cookout, get something real quick or whatever. Um, just don't have it. I mean, not have it, but well, don't have that person. That's like I said, just willing to I just wanted to do the couple things and not just. I'm not mad at myself that I didn't just want to be a girlfriend. It is what it is. And me and even the person that I just discussed, me and her talked about how God is not honoring girlfriend and boyfriend relationships. Um, so that's just what it was. I just always wanted to be the wife, a wife, the wife. And like I was going to say before, now I don't want to be no sister wife with nobody. But if me and you discuss something, or if something happened, transpire, and we discuss it and we talk about it and we can sort through it, I didn't mind having those types of, I don't want to say issues, but I just didn't mind if that's something that we have to sort through or whatever. Let's just say it like that. But it just didn't give me the opportunity. And granted, we had stuff where we had discussions and stuff like that where it almost felt like a normal relationship, but it was just always, to me, if I recall correctly, it was just off. It was like I mean, just an example, he ordered some, well, he told me to order some food. It's like he would just tell me to do something just to try to set me up, but he'd tell me to order some food and he'd tell me a specific way he wanted it. I'm telling the people, and it's like this is like, it seemed like it just so happened the person just gets it wrong, and it makes it reflect on me like I got it wrong. And and he'll try, I guess he tried to show me, I guess he was trying to prove that I was flawed or whatever, in which I know that I have flaws and I can make mistakes, but he put me up on some kind of pedestal or whatever. And so when I made a mistake, it's like, yeah, you see what happened, you see, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even a lot of times it wasn't even my mistake. It was his miscommunication, and it was him, and I want to say his misunderstanding, but it was his miscommunication. And then he would allow somebody else to explain, but he wouldn't really allow me to. He didn't give me no room, so I don't know what that means or whatever, but yeah. And just like another time when he I was about to say took it upon himself to, but no, when he he apologized to somebody because they was in the way of something that was going on between him and somebody else. And I was just like, I know you lying. Because he won't apologize to me. It's rare that he apologize to me when he deliberately do something. But for him to, I seen him accidentally do something, and the person is the one, they was in the way. I was like, oh, yeah, I don't know what type of teaching and what you on or what you think this is. That's one time where I at least saw that. I didn't necessarily act on it, but I was like, oh no, I don't know. I don't know what he think this is, because ain't no way I'm going to see you out here apologize. Oh, I'm sorry. It made me feel like you think that person is good enough for an apology, but you don't feel like I am. Then it was other times when I'm like, well, damn, maybe I should be the one that he don't have to apologize to. See, I be in them types of Twilight Zone type moments where, like, maybe I should be the one where if he don't feel like saying sorry. I feel like that, but I don't know like that, so I leave it alone. But when I just still, I get in my feelings when I'm like, oh no, you out here apologizing to somebody, like you don't want to cross them wrong. You don't need to be wanting to cross me wrong at all. So that's why I be confused or whatever about it. And there was other incidences that was similar to that I just have a wild moment, like I said, I know you lying. I know you lying. I know this cannot be. And I just strongly felt like it's not no way possible that he can feel ill like that towards me, because I knew I didn't do anything to him. But for whatever reason, he seemed to have definitely felt ill towards me for, like I said, for whatever reason. And it would come and go. But it was more so, the feeling of just feeling aggravated or whatever towards me or by me or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't know what your problem is or what it is or whatever, what it is with me that got you feeling like that. But yeah, that's a you issue. You're gonna have to sort that out. Because if it's something that I can't change, if it's something about me you don't like and I can't change it because I was born this way, it's not I can do. I don't know what to tell you. And yeah, the way that you would want to resolve it is, hey, I can't resolve it. So that person, what you said, you gotta go. He told me I gotta go, and it's like, absolutely not. But that's what I'm still on. Like, not till God call me home. I'm good. And I have been saying, speaking of good, I had been telling him, I was like, I'm good where I'm at. I ain't went nowhere. It wasn't because I couldn't go anywhere. I damn sure could, especially, shoot, even now. But especially before I had my sons and stuff like that. But I just was like, no, I want to work through something. I don't want to try to hop. I've just always been that person though. But I don't want to hop out of this thing to go and jump into something else or whatever. And have to work towards. I just didn't. Like I see, I guess some people like to switch up often or whatever. I just don't. And they don't mind and they do it like it's like like you change your drawers or change your clothes. I don't want to do that. Trying to find me a good move to make on this game. But yeah, so that was that or whatever. It was like I said, it was more incidences like that, and like I said before, I could have, definitely rocked with his daughter's mom and stuff like that, and I didn't want him going back and sleeping with her and stuff. Like sometimes I imagined that that's what he was doing, and I'm almost positive he probably did at times. And one time he even told me, I just want to go back and sleep with her just for the hell of it. He was like, just for the hell of it or something. And he had this little glare in his eye and this smile on his face or whatever. And I was just like, I don't know what the fuck you got going on. I was like, no, don't break my heart like that or whatever. And I'd appreciate if you wouldn't. And that's the things that I was saying to him. I don't gotta go off, bust you upside your head. Like sometimes, like I bust him upside his head if we caught in the moment of him trying to just be outright stupid. But I don't got to do all that just because you express yourself to me. I just can express myself back and tell you, hey, I didn't tell him it wasn't wise, but like, hey, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with you. I'm here for you. We don't need to do all that. Come on, man. No. And so I didn't really say too much. I just listened. And I don't know if he ever went and did it or whatever. Like I said, I can imagine. I imagined that he did. And it was this time when he said that, it was right after we had sex. And he got up and was just saying, I was like, what? And like I said, he had that glare in his eye. Honey, I wasn't going back with my daughter's so-called dad and having sex with him and doing all. I'm not doing all that. What do you think this is? um, y'all go ahead with spicing up y'all bedroom, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that with you. That's not what I want to do. I could shut down. Of course, I have certain desires. I don't have no secret desires because who I'm gonna keep the secret from? Because I know about it. Um, but I have things that I just probably wouldn't necessarily share with other people regarding, maybe some of my desires or whatever. But I don't know. I I feel like I'm saying too much, so I'm gonna just be quiet. My son's in there doing all that, and I'm in here just trying to concentrate on this little game, trying to see if I'm gonna win the what I've been trying to win. Cause I got something going on where you can win like these top prizes or whatever on a certain little. It's got a bachelor like tournament type thing. It's pretty cool. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. But yeah, I forgot that he even. It's a lot of stuff that I forgot he even told me. Um, and like I said, I can go back and email. I'm just not even, honey. You know what? Even if the man was deceased or whatever, I'm still, I would let that be that. That's when I would probably really delete all them emails and stuff like that. except that y'all could do a movie about it or a book about it, that my kids know truth about certain stuff. That would be the only reason, but it's not to like hold nothing against him or anything like that, or have nothing. Of course, he's dead, so yeah, I said if he was dead, not that he's dead, but yeah. Um, again, if that makes sense or whatever, but I guess that's just seeing his name trying to come to my mailbox is what tried to like spark up some stuff, some memories regarding him or whatever. And I'm definitely not even on that. Like, I'm so not on that. People don't even understand. Just get to a point, honey. You love somebody, and you love them with everything in you and more. Stuff that I didn't even feel like I had in me, but yeah, God allowed me to know that, hey, this is the type of love that's on the inside of you. uh, ain't nothing more I could do for you, baby. After that, and I had to get to that point where I wasn't being strung out. So, that's that or whatever. That's all I want to talk about. Touch on the sister wife type thing, and the fact that, of course, in my dream, she said I'm his girlfriend. I can't even remember details surrounding it. And like I said, that type of stuff will just make me feel the type of way and get in my feelings. Because I'm like, but I wouldn't like, I don't feel like I would be so damn devastated and so hate. Like, I wouldn't hate this person. I don't want this to happen, like I said, but I wouldn't like hate this person because I had so much love for this person. I just want to stay far away from that because I'm not saying it's messy, but it's probably messy somewhere in there. Or it's potential or possibly messy, should I say? Because it's a chance that it is. It's a chance that it's just what it is. It could be something righteous and something good, but like I said, I would I wouldn't want my kids like, Mom, Miss such and such. I'm not gonna say name, but Miss such and such. That's my daddy's girlfriend, and I'd be like, oh well, son. I don't know. She had some stuff about her that is like I I care for, but you know what? And one thing about her, she could, I'm not laughing at this because it's not really funny, but she could. I'm laughing at the fact that she can relate to him on one aspect because they both have mothers that are deceased, and so what I'm saying. If that was a case or whatever, and hers been deceased for a long time, he's been deceased for a shorter time, but it ain't. Boy. 2018, 19, 21, 22. It's coming up on 4 years. Whew. So, yeah, all of that or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what it's about, but baby, don't get with none of my so-called homegirls just so you can try to get back at me. Do that because that's what you feel like that's what you need to do. But to try to get to me or reach me or get me, you think I'm going to act a certain type of way? If you be with a so-called homegirl of mine or whatever, or previously called homegirl or associate, then you doing that to yourself. Because I don't give a damn. And I do feel like, as long as I don't got to see y'all, I definitely don't care. But what if I did have to see him? Like I said, my sons was like, Mom, this is, and I did have to interact. Thank God I have not had to interact with my boy's so-called dad and be around whatever he got going on. He may or may not have going on, but in the event of, and I did at one point in time interact with my daughter's so-called dad and whatever he had going on, but it didn't phase me. I was definitely involved with the boys' dad, but didn't really phase me like that. And I definitely was impressed about him. Move on, sir. Move on and get you, I guess, some happiness or whatever you want or need. But don't you know what I'm saying? Don't forget that you have a child, and which I'm not even gonna push her on you. I did that before, but I don't know. I don't know how it works, but I think that's it on this topic.